to the cloud. Yay, we're recording. I think we're recording. Hi, I'm pretty sure we're recording. I'm gonna double check everything. Good morning. All right. Yeah, here we go. So we're gonna record today for Tura specifically. Hi, Tura. She is still recovering from her surgery, but she's doing great. Oof. But yay, Qigong. All right, shake it out. Ooh, yeah, that reminds me. So if you're on Patreon, you just got a whole, well, if you're seeing this and you're not in class right now, then you're clearly on Patreon. But I just did a whole special Patreon exclusive tutorial for the Shaolin breath set. And I'm going to do another one this month, hopefully sooner rather than later, for the sitting healing Qigong. So look for that. Sorry, I got really into jiggling there for a minute and forgot I was talking to people. So we're shaking, we're moving up and down, we're moving side to side. We're just activating all the chi in our body, getting it to wake up. Keep going, you're doing fantastic. Good morning. Yeah, hi, keep going. It's a great way to just warm up the body. I highly recommend doing this like as soon as you wake up every day. I know, it's crazy, but it actually gets you going and feeling good. Keep going. Yeah, that's it. And 90% of my entire career is centered around just like making it so that I can watch a whole bunch of people jiggle around on Zoom meetings. I didn't know that was my whole reason for going into this, but it turns out to have been. So thank you for coming. Just a little bit longer, a few more seconds. You're doing great. Okay, then let it slow down. And let's come to our center stance. Feet about shoulder width apart. Feeling a micro bend in the knees. The low back open and extending. The crown extending, lengthening the neck, and breathing deep into that dantian, shoulders relaxed and down by our sides. Take 3 deep breaths. Good. So we're thinking today, while we're doing this, think about keeping that chest kind of centered and what it means like when those lungs kind of open and expand but press downwards and press those internal organs around and that pressure change that happens inside. Do it one more time with that in mind. Yesterday in class, we watched the video on the lung anatomy that's posted on the Patreon. Go review that again. Look at that. Get a visualization of how these lungs work. All right, now let's do a number of sets of circle breath, gathering chi. So I want you to really explore this movement today, thinking about what it feels like to kind of open that chest, right? Feel it opening up. That's what we normally do, right? And that feels good. That opens the chest, that opens the upper body. It's great. But then what does it feel like to keep that center and take that deep breath in, feeling that chi root down through the abdomen, down through the legs, rooting into the earth, even as we're reaching up and open. Good. Good. Take one last one and then finish back in center for me. Awesome. Good. Let's do 7 elements today. It's always fun. It's always good to connect with all of those elements. I want to end with metal. So give me a second to figure out where I want to start. What is metal? What does metal generate? Water. Yes. So we'll start with water. Good. Yay. You guys already know. All right. So, yeah, our water element is our swinging arms. So I like to start thinking about just as if I were wading in water and my fingers were rubbing across the top. And then I really just kind of let it all go. Yeah, and do twisting arms. Again, keeping our center stance, letting that spine extend in both directions. Staying nice and straight, moving up, moving down. And then as we twist around it, we get this nice, deep twist. You can play with the speed and the force if you want. And you can also do gentler. Good. And then as we come back to just kind of imagining water. Good. Coming to a stop. Good. Water generates wood. So our next element is going to be the wood element. That's where we reach behind and then let the arm kind of come into the shoulder and then push and pull at the same time. Yeah, good. I'm going to show it from the side. So I reach back and then I'm kind of twisted here so I can twist back to center. And I like to rise up here on my inhale and sink on my exhale. So this element is, the wood element is all about boundaries. Right? We think about the tree being kind of the epitome of the wood element. And if the tree is too flimsy with its boundaries, it can't stay rooted and it falls over and it dies. Or if it's too rigid in its boundaries, it won't sway in the wind and it will snap. Which is interesting because the element associated with the wood is anger and irritability. And we think of snapping as being when someone gets really, really angry. I'm always super into how much our language clues us into how we feel and what's happening, even when we don't know it. I'm going to turn back to face front. Good. So how we make sure we have good balance is we feel that push and that pull happening equally. Good. Yeah, you guys look great. Good. Give me 2 more on each side. Good. What does wood generate? Give me a minute. Wood generates fire. Oh, yeah, so fire is shaking. I know we already did it, but we love it, and it's good for us, and we will do it again. Yeah. Yeah, this is particularly good for our lymphatic system, right? It helps encourage the lymph system to move and make our immune system function better. I'm always so surprised that something so simple can have such profound effects. You can walk around a little bit if you want. One thing that I like to do sometimes is come up on my heels and bounce. If you're on the second floor of your house, you can help your housemates wake up with this nifty little movement. Yeah. You're so generous helping other people get ready to take on their day 2. Right. All right, now we're going to move into air. So we're going to slow down and come back to our stance. And we're going to inhale up, really extend the arms, and then sway one direction, sway the other direction, and come down. And let's just do that again. We're going to do that 7 times. Go as fast or as slow as you want. And just stretching up, opening up the fingers, stretching them wide. Feeling yourself like a tree. Tree branches extending and opening. Good, and we'll do one last time. Yeah, good. All right. Our next movement is earth. So we're going to step our feet wide, and we're going to sink down a little bit. So you don't want to sink down too far. You don't want to lose your spine integrity through it. So we're not like going out. We want to stay kind of as upright as we can. And then we think about pushing our palms down, reaching our fingers out to the walls on either side of us. And we're just going to take a deep breath in. Feeling that root, feeling connected to the earth. And let's count to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A couple more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 more times. Think about sinking deeply down for the last 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise up. Oh, shake those legs out. Whew. Good. And now we're going to go straight into earth. Metal. We just did earth. So we go back to that wide stance. I'm going to have your toes point out just a little bit. And we're going to think about bending as we take our hands deep, digging down into the earth, and then rising up, and then pouring all that chi over us. And then exhaling down. So we do a double breath. So we inhale, exhale up. Inhale, absorbing the chi. Exhale, returning to center. And inhaling as we start again. Rubbing the hands, holding them over the chest, absorbing all the chi. Good. One last time. Good, and let's move straight into 7th element, ether, circle breath, gathering chi. Again, thinking about what it feels like to kind of open up that chest and let everything expand versus keeping that root, keeping that chest center and allowing that breath and chi to descend and root. Good. And let's bring the hands together in prayer position. Bring them to the center of the chest. Good. And let's rotate so the hands are palm over palm. And we put them on that dantian, just below the belly button. Breathing into those hands, breathing into those points. Feeling the warmth from the hands connecting to the center of your body, to that dantian, to that energetic center, the hot, molten core of the body. And then let's just do some little hip circles here. Feeling that dantian lead the movement. Keeping your feet rooted and your head connected up, that spine still straight and long. And let's go back the other way. All right, good. And come back to center. Feel that connection. Think about rooting down through those legs, through those feet. Feeling the feet on the ground. And let us think about today staying nice and connected to the earth, feeling all of our energy root and keep us grounded. Maybe try and take things a little slower today. Think about how when we move slower, we have more time to breathe and breathe deeply, and that's going to just do wonders for our health and our mental health. Okay. It's so good to see you guys. So much love. I will see you very soon. Okie dokie, bye.